Joining us now is defensive back Derion Kendrick, the defensive player of the game from the Orange Bowl. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Our first question will come from Mike Griffith. Mike.
Hey, Darian, it's good to see you. Good to hear from you again. You mentioned it during your MVP acceptance speech after the Orange Bowl, Georgia taking a chance on you, or giving you a chance, I guess I should say. Can you elaborate just more on that and you know what that means to you and how quickly you were able to fit in this program?
I mean, everybody, if you follow football, everybody knows what happened in my situation. And I mean, being thrown into the portal and that happened, nobody had to take a chance on me at all, but they did. And when I got here, I mean, I just fit in, just doing what I do. I just came in, put my head down and worked, and they accepted me for who I was and not for what happened in the past.
Next will be Kirk Bowles. Kirk.
Can you hear me, Derion?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Stetson just talked about the offensive line and how great they played against Michigan and how maybe the offensive line took the Joe Moore Award going to Michigan as a personal slight, took it as a challenge. It seemed like Alabama did the same thing against y'all because y'all have one of the best defenses in college football history. Did you think that served as motivation for Alabama in the first meeting with y'all? And do y'all figure to match that intensity on Monday night?
Man, you should be motivated every time you step on the field, regardless of what awards or whatever is going on. And they just they're a great team, so they came out on top last game.
Next will be Dennis Dodd. Dennis.
Yeah, I'm good. I was there for the last one.
And next we'll go to Mark Schlabach. Mark.
Derion, you guys didn't have much success against Jamison Williams the first time around. What have you got to do differently?
Man, just got to lock in, do what we normally do. Don't try to do too much, and just you know everybody make plays. This is top collegiate level, so everybody's going to make plays. It's about what you do the next play.
Next will be Andrea Adelson.
Hey, Derion, I'm just wondering from your experience at Clemson, if there was anything you learned or had your eyes open to that has impacted how you've been or what you've been able to do at Georgia.
I had great coaches there, and they taught me ways to be a better person, become a better football player as well. And I just took those things and just put them into myself and my game, so I can just elevate and on and off the field.
Next will be Jake Rowe. Jake.
Hey, Derion, I wanted to ask you, Coach Saban was talking about Brock Bowers earlier, called him one of the most premier players in college football. You've had a different look at him. You've had a long look at him. What do you think of Brock and what he's done for you guys' offense this year? And when did you know that he was capable of doing something like he's done this year?
Well, Brock, I see it almost every day, just giving like flashes and stuff, but he's a great player, always working, he works hard. So, I mean, when you work hard, usually good things happen in return. So I just knew like early in the season, he had a game where he had 3 touchdowns. I believe it was like UAB or something. And I just knew right there that he was going to be great.
Right. Next will be Zach Klein. Zach.
Hey, good afternoon. Kirby was talking about Bryce's ability to always keep his eyes up, and that was one of the main factors for his success the last time you met. What kind of problems does that present a corner, and your just thoughts on the challenge going against him one more time?
I mean, we just got to be disciplined. we can't try to do too much. We gotta do our job, which our job is to cover the receivers and let everybody else do their job. Can't let nobody run free.
Matthew Loftus. Matthew?
Hi, Derion. Happy New Year and congratulations on making the national championship. My question is, outside of the SEC, it's apparent to a lot of people that the growth of college football is dependent on the sport breaking out of the SEC. And some people are saying we've already seen this matchup before and it's all SEC. Why do you think that a Georgia-Bama matchup, even though it's an SEC matchup, is still good for the growth of college football?
I believe it's just like it's a great matchup. Like every time we play, it's always back and forth. So I feel like everybody tuning into this game. Both great teams, great coaches, and they always have great players. So everybody just tuning in this game, and it's also SEC. Everybody believes that the SEC is the best, best conference in college football. So.
Next will be Mark Weiser. Mark?
Derion, you played in national championship games. You're a guy on the Georgia team that's beaten Alabama before. Is that something you've shared with any of your teammates, your experiences?
Everybody knows, like, my freshman year we won or whatever. And that year I was on the different side of the ball. So I wasn't really tuned into their offense. I was more likely tuned into their defense. Just like giving them keys to where we just got to stay focused, do what we got to do. Just like extra film, take care of bodies and little stuff like that.
Next will be Laine Higgins. Laine?
Hey there, Derion. This is a question that I wanted to ask you just because you do have that perspective of, being both at Georgia and then being at a different school. But does it feel like there's almost a mental block that Georgia might have towards Alabama, and that, Alabama is someone that this program always is in these absolute dogfights of games with, and then it's just, often Georgia is the one to walk away with the loss in heartbreaking fashion?
I mean, I haven't been here long enough to answer that question, so I'm not sure.
All right. Next will be Mike Griffith. Mike?
Thanks, Brett. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Hey, Derion, we haven't had a chance to talk to you all year, so I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about playing against Clemson. I know that was the opener and a long time ago, and I guess if you could just tell me what that was like going against a former team. We'll see more and more of that with guys in the portal. And then secondly, does it seem like a lifetime ago for you too, or is that game still fresh on your mind?
I feel like it was really God, just putting me in that opportunity playing that big game at that moment. Somebody that I've been with for 3 years, great coaching staff, also people who I came in with in my recruiting class, just being able to play against them and just being on a different side, it was a blessing.
And our final question for the afternoon will be Chip Towers. Chip?
Yeah, Derion, you're obviously here as, kind of the spokesman for the defense. So just overall, obviously the last game was one that we hadn't seen the defense play like that all year and hasn't since. So can you speaking for the entire defense, what does it feel like getting another shot at this? And is it a totally different approach? You just got to be the same approach and do better this time.
I feel like same approach, but different attitude. We got to go out there and do what we do because we didn't play a good game at all. on the defensive side of the ball. We got to help the offense out as well. So that's how I feel about it.
All right. We thank you for your time today, Derion, and best of luck. We'll see you in Indianapolis.
Thank you.
Again,